Cek. 1, 2, 3. Feedback. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Delay. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Cek. 1. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Cek. 1. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Cek. Cek. 1. Cek. Cek. 1, 2. 2, 1. Cek. Cek. 1, 2. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Cek. Cek. 1. Gema nggak? 1, 2, 3. Cek. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Oke. Itu di mana, YouTube atau atau ini mic-nya on enggak? Cek. 1. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Cek. 1. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Cek. Iya. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Di zoom-nya sini nyala nggak? Nggak, speakernya, out-nya. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Cek. 1, 2, 1. Coba speakernya diganti ke yang lain. Cek, jangan ke Jetly. Ke sana. Enggak, itu sama-sama Jetly, karena defaultnya Jetly. Yang real tech, Cek. 1, 2. Cek. Sama ya? Cek. Oh iya, sama. Cek. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Bukan di sini berarti. Cek. Iya. Kok. Tapi parah nggak? Selamat pagi. Tes. Selamat pagi. Tes. Selamat pagi. Cek. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cek. Selamat pagi. Cek. 1, 2, 3. Oke.
Cek. Cek 1. Tes. Cek. 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 Satu. Cek. 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 Cek 1 2. Cek. 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 Cek 1 2.
Cek satu, cek. Cek satu, Zoom, cek suara Zoom, cek mic Zoom. Baik, terima kasih. Teman-teman di Zoom mendengar dengan jelas? Cek dua.
Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Namo Buddhaya, greetings of virtue and prosperity for all of us. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Dean of the Faculty of Economic and Business Universitas Terbuka, Dr. Meirani Harsasi. The Honorable Director of Universitas Terbuka Denpasar, Mr. Agus Tatwandi, SSN MPD. The Honorable Vice Dean of the Faculty of Economic and Business of Universitas Terbuka, Dr. Zainur Hidayah. Our distinguished keynote speakers and moderator, Professor Kwang, Professor Nafsiah Mohamed, Dr. Dewa Ayu Yayati Wilyadewi, and Mr. Adam Sudaryanto, SE M.B.A. And to all respected lecturers, invited guests, and fellow students on Zoom and on site today. Welcome to the International Studium Generale 2026. Please give a big round of applause. It is a great honor for us under the overarching of sustainability in actions, empowering innovation, digital transformation, and community impact. Today, we are very privileged to explore how progressive ideas and digital transformation can seamlessly integrate to create a meaningful and lasting changes within our society. I am Sasha, and I will be your master of ceremonies for this morning's agenda. To commence our momentous event today and to seek grace for a smooth and fruitful session, let us take a moment to bow our heads in prayer. The prayer will be done according to our own belief. Let us pray. Amen. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to the singing of our national anthem, Indonesia Raya, followed immediately by the hymn of Universitas Terbuka. May I respectfully request everyone to please rise. Please be seated. Moving forward to our next agenda, we will hear the welcoming remarks from the Dean of the Faculty of Economic and Business Universitas Terbuka. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Meirani Harsasi to the floor. Dr. Meirani, the floor is yours.
Baik, terima kasih Mbak Tasya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu. Yang saya hormati, the honorable speakers, Professor Sojin Kwang from Gachon University, Professor Nafsiah Mohamed from Chungbuk National University, dan juga Ibu Dr. Dewa Ayu Yayati Wilyadewi dari Universitas Indonesia. Yang saya hormati pula Direktur UT Denpasar, Bapak Agus Tatang Sopandi. Kemudian yang saya hormati Wakil Dekan Bidang Akademik FEB UT, Bapak Dr. Zainur Hidayah. Yang saya hormati pula Bapak Ibu dosen FEB UT dan tentunya mahasiswa UT yang saya sangi dan saya banggakan yang hadir pada acara ini baik secara luring maupun daring. Pertama-tama marilah kita panjatkan puji syukur kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa taala, Tuhan yang Maha Esa, bahwa pagi hari ini kita bisa berkumpul bersama-sama di ruangan yang indah ini di UT Denpasar untuk melaksanakan International Studium Generale dengan tema Sustainability in Action, Empowering Innovation, Digital Transformation, and Community Impact. Tema Studium Generale ini Bapak Ibu sekalian sangat relevan dengan tantangan global saat ini, di mana upaya pencapaian Sustainable Development Goals atau SDGs tidak lagi dapat diwujudkan melalui upaya dari satu pihak saja, tetapi kita pun sebagai akademisi, baik dosen, baik mahasiswa, begitu ya, baik tenaga kependidikan juga mempunyai tanggung jawab yang sama untuk mencapai SDGs. Melalui kegiatan ini kita berharap dapat memperkaya wawasan, dapat berbagi praktik baik dan menginspirasi begitu ya untuk mendukung terwujudnya pembangunan yang inklusif dan berkelanjutan. Kami selalu mengajak mahasiswa dan juga para akademisi untuk selalu bertindak nyata dalam upaya pencapaian SDGs melalui hal-hal yang bisa kita lakukan dalam kehidupan kita sehari-hari. Kemudian, and to the respected speakers, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Professor Sojin Kwang, Professor Nafsiah, dan juga Ibu Wilya for generously taking the time to join us this morning, Prof. dan Bu Wilya. Thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge, expertise, and also inspiring experiences with our students. And we also sincerely hope that this collaboration will continue to grow through future academic activities and partnerships, not only with Gachon University and CBNU, but also especially with Universitas Hindu Indonesia. Terima kasih juga kami ucapkan kepada Bapak Direktur UT Denpasar beserta jajaran yang telah memfasilitasi kami dan memberikan dukungan luar biasa untuk terselenggaranya acara ini, sehingga acara ini bisa diselenggarakan di gedung UT Bali yang sangat megah. Semoga dengan semakin banyaknya kegiatan-kegiatan akademik dan kemahasiswaan yang diselenggarakan di sini dapat bermanfaat terutama bagi mahasiswa kita. Akhir kata kepada seluruh mahasiswa, selamat mengikuti acara Studium Generale ini, baik yang luring maupun hadir daring. Mudah-mudahan bisa memberikan manfaat, menambah pengetahuan untuk semuanya gitu ya, dan bisa memberikan action nyata, tindakan nyata untuk pencapaian SDGs. Terima kasih, mohon maaf jika ada kekurangan. Selamat pagi, Om Santi Santi Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Meirani, for your warm opening remarks. Next, it is our distinct pleasure to invite the Director of Universitas Terbuka Denpasar to deliver his welcoming address. To Mr. Agus Tatang Sopandi, SSN MPD, we respectfully welcome you to take the floor.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Salam, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu, Rahayu, Rahayu. Yang saya hormati Dekan, para pimpinan dan staf Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Universitas Terbuka. Yang saya hormati narasumber Profesor Sojing Kwang. Good morning, Prof. Prof. Nafsiah Mohamed dan Ibu Dr. Dewa Ayu Yayati Wilyadewi. Bapak Ibu dosen serta dosen dan staf di lingkungan UT Denpasar, mahasiswa yang kami banggakan, marilah kita panjatkan puji dan syukur kehadirat Tuhan yang Maha Kuasa, bahwa atas anugerahnya pada hari ini kita bisa hadir di ruang ini dalam keadaan sehat walafiat untuk mengikuti kegiatan Studium Generale. Mudah-mudahan kegiatan ini bisa menjadi sesuatu yang berguna untuk kita semua. Jadi kegiatan ini hanya jangan sebatas seremonial diskusi, tapi lebih kepada realisasi yang betul-betul menjadi sumber inspirasi untuk kemaslahatan umat. Saya tidak panjang lebar, hanya ingin mengucapkan selamat datang pada semua yang hadir di sini. Mohon maaf apabila ada hal-hal yang kurang berkenan, itu adalah kelemahan kami, dan mudah-mudahan pada kegiatan-kegiatan yang lain kita akan bisa memberikan yang terbaik untuk semuanya. Saya akhiri dengan para Mas Santi. Om Santi 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Agus Tatang Sopandi, for your encouraging opening remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce our moderators for today's session, Mr. Adam Sudaryanto, SE M.B.A. Mr. Adam is a lecturer in the Entrepreneurship Study Program at Universitas Terbuka. He earned his bachelor degree in business management from Universitas Prasetya Mulia and holds a Master of Business Administration from Universitas Gadjah Mada. His research focuses on entrepreneurship and digital marketing, especially in supporting innovation, business development, and the growth of micro, small, and medium enterprises. In addition, he is also very actively involved in community service initiative that promotes sustainable business development and empower local entrepreneurs. Mr. Adam will be guiding today's session as our moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Adam Sudaryanto. Mr. Adam, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much to our master ceremony, Ms. Sasha. Please give applause to Ms. Sasha. For your introduction, I truly appreciate it. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu. Salam, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Rahayu, Rahayu, Rahayu. Distinguished speakers, Profesor Sojin Kwang, Emeritus Professor of Gachon University, Republic of Korea. Profesor Nafsiah Mohamed, Visiting Professor of Chungbuk National University, Republic of Korea. Dr. Dewa Ayu Yayati, Wilyadewi, Lecturer at Hindu University of Indonesia. With participant, Director of Universitas Terbuka Denpasar, Mr. Agus Tatang Sopandi, SSN MPD. Dean, Dr. Merani Arsasi, Vice Dean, Dr. Zainur Hidayah, faculty members, student, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Adam from Entrepreneurship Study Program, Universitas Terbuka, and it is my great pleasure to serve you as moderator for today International Studium Generale. Today's theme is Sustainability in Action, Empowering Innovation, Digital Transformation, and Community Impact. We are truly honored to have three distinguished speakers who will share their valuable insight and experience from this different perspective and international background. Before we begin the session, I would like to inform all participants of the International Studium Generale guidelines. Each speaker will be given 30 minutes to deliver their presentation. You have 30 minutes. We will start with our first speaker, Professor Sojin Kwang, followed by second Professor Nafsiah Mohamed, and the third speaker, Dr. Dewa Ayu Yayati Wilyadewi. And at the end of presentation, we will have a Q&A session. So student and all participants, you can ask question at the end of the presentation. Thank you for your attention, and let us begin with our first speaker. It is my great pleasure to introduce our first distinguished speaker, Professor Sojin Kwang, PhD. Prof. So is an emeritus professor in Department of Public Administration at Gachon University, Republic of Korea. So last month, I become moderator of your daughter, and now I become the moderator of the father. The daughter is Kayong So, and not the father. So complete daughter and father. Through his distinguished academic career, he held numerous prestigious leadership positions, including Vice President of Gachon University, President of the Korea Semaulundong Center, President of Korean Regional Development Association, and President of the Korean Association for Local Government Studies. With his extensive expertise in public administration, regional development, and community-led innovation, Professor So has made significant contribution to both academia and public policy in Korea and beyond. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Professor Sojin Kwang. Professor, the floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. That's okay? Yeah. Can you hear me? Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Rahayu. Selamat pagi. Terima kasih. And then let me express my special thanks to Pak Rector, Professor Ali Mukianto, and Ibu Dekan, Associate Professor Meirani, and then special respected Agus Tatang, Director of WITA in Bali, and all my colleagues for your inviting me to this splendid, amazing event. It's my glory. Sudah hadir pada acara ini. Today's main topic is sustainability in action. The first cover. Sustainability in action, empowering innovation, digital transformation, and the community impact. But let me present some more detailed topic to cope with the turbulent world and to make our society sustainable in action, especially. So today, next slide. Today, my topic is next. My topic is the AI trust paradox, social capital in the age of AI entrepreneurship. And then next slide. In more detail outline, of my presentation today here goes like this. The first, let me introduce the advent of AI in human society, and the next, the impact of AI on human society, and the third, the paradox of trust is my main topic today. And then next, to manage, to manage the paradox of trust in AI to make our society sustainable. Let's talk about the social capital in the age of AI entrepreneurship. And then last, let me close my presentation in brief. Next slide. Yeah. The advent of AI begin from the myths long ago in our society. I can guess you've been told several several times from your grandpa or your mother or your father about your local myths or religion. There might be included AI thinking in there, okay? Yeah, so AI can be said as though those products by accumulated science technology. I mean that AI is not merely a modern invention, but intermingled output summing up centuries of human intellectual labor long ago. And then AI can reinterpret our past. Okay? Human intelligence cannot memorize all our experiences in the past, but AI can do this instead of us, okay? So AI serves as a powerful cognitive tool that functions within the tension between our history and our current situation. Next slide. We used to say that the AI begins from 1955, but in reality, as I told you before, AI began long ago in human histories. In official record, in 1955, John McCarthy proposed some kind of thinking about AI concept. And the next year, they managed a seminal event where pioneers presupposed that the machines could systematically simulate multiple aspects of human intelligence. And then the simulation of human intelligence means the birth of AI. Okay, next slide. Let me example 3 backgrounds for the emergence of AI. The first may be infinite human curiosity. Okay? Without curiosity, we cannot study more. So we should try to keep academic curiosity in every time, in everywhere. And then the second may be to minimize human intellectual labor. And then the third, to manage modern complexity. Now we are facing the flood of so much information. Okay, so it may be very difficult for us to decide the daily plan to cope with the complex situations, surroundings around us. Okay, and the next. The scope of limits AI can be summarized like this. The first scope of capabilities here to overcome cognitive limitations of human intelligence. Okay, we cannot identify all our surroundings. And then AI can replace intensive intellectual labor and difficult human efforts. Okay? And then AI can act as an intention of human inquiry and historical scientific accumulation. And that AI can enable faster, large-scale data collection and analysis and inference instead of human intelligence. So AI can save human intelligence. Then, what should human intelligence do in the future to control or to manage AI? Is my concern today. And AI also has the fundamental limits like human intelligence. AI cannot transcend the boundary of human intelligence, cannot exceed human intelligence. And then an AI is incapable of creating truly new ideas or a revolutionary new world. Humans should decide what to do to make truly new ideas and to act or to change new world. And then AI must be limited to reinterpreting the past within present context. So AI cannot remake the past. Okay? And then AI lacks biological capacity for subjective value creation and emotions. So humans should try to make subjective value creation and then maintain emotions. Next. Humans can act in two domains. I mean that humans' activities can be classified into two domains. One is a reason, the other is emotion. As I explained already, AI can replace human intelligence in the domain of reason, because AI can collect huge data more rapidly than human intelligence, and can analyze more speedily, can sum up more speedily, and then can make complexities we are facing into simple situation to support human intelligence to decide where, okay? And then in the domain of emotion, this part should be subjective experience. recognizing situation changes through internal feeling, but AI cannot feel. Okay? Just imitate human feelings as inputted or designed by human intelligence. And then second, value evaluation. In other words, assigning relative importance and moral value to events. It's the domain of emotion belongs to human intelligence. And then let's say about the biological root of AI. In other words, driven by human biological hormones and evolutionary survival. Okay? And then human uniqueness. What is it? AI cannot deal with emotions as a complete biological creature because AI is just a machine, just a tool to support human intelligence. Okay? And AI supports humans only in the rational domain, not in the domain of emotions. Without biological hormones, AI lacks the capacity for genuine emotion. Just AI can imitate humans' emotion. Okay? And the next. Yep. In addition, by collecting huge data in human society and analyzing such vast data in brief, and then can show the image more easily to human intelligence, AI can break down our traditional symmetrical frame. It's very, very important. Our thinking frame used to be governed by the dualistic logic of plus and minus. Okay? Today bad, then we hope good tomorrow. Okay? Today good, maybe we should challenge the bad condition tomorrow, like this. And then our thinking frame used to be anchored by a stabilizing midpoint to achieve balance. And then historically used to organize all human affairs from ethics to politics by the traditional symmetrical frame. And then our thinking frame up to now relies on linear reasoning to connect the past and the future. Okay? But in AI-driven asymmetrical frame, AI disrupts the binary frame of managing an asymmetrical world by accumulating so vast data and by analyzing so vast data in brief, AI can provide detail and finite causality. In other words, cause and effect. And AI can show humans this detailed causality. And this finite causality can easily break down up to now humans' thinking frame. In other words, symmetrical thinking frame. Okay? So AI will make humans somewhat confused by breaking our traditional thinking frame. And then AI should be capable of processing complexity that exceeds human cognitive limits. Okay? And then AI can drive the present into perceived chaos to justify its functional existence. And last, very, very important, AI can change the slope of the path at critical civilization inflection points. My topic, my main concern starts from this fact. So, next. Yeah. So, my main topic, the paradox of trust in AI, starts from those chaoses we are facing now by introducing AI in our daily lives, like this. Actually, paradox can be defined like this, a phenomenon where the same technology intersects and exhibits conflicting functions or effects. For example, benefits and cost, and then happiness versus unhappiness, depending on the user or context of AI. For example, human expectations on rational efficiency. We desire to minimize intellectual labor and maximize desire through simulation of human intelligence. Okay, right? And then we are too easily crossed into the trap of overtrust, blind faith. Unchecked reliance on AI's ability to simplify complexity and provide objective inference will make us confused. And then, in the point of inherent concerns, there might be conflicting outcomes. The same tool used for progress can threaten social values or create unforeseen systematic cost. We used to be confused to identify benefits and cost. In our society, what's the benefit and what's the cost to me? And then the second, distrust and skepticism on AI capabilities will lead the paradox of trust in AI. So we are facing new risks, new challenges to cope with the turbulent world by introducing AI in our daily lives. Next. Yeah, here. The first paradox may start from role sharing between human intelligence and artificial intelligence. As I told you, AI can replace human intelligence in the domain of rationality, but cannot replace human intelligence in the domain of emotions. Okay? So we should pay special attention not to be confused with the domain of nationality and the domain of human emotions. And the second paradox of trust in AI may start from confusion of our recognition coordinates, like Y coordinate and X coordinate like this to depict the situation exactly. First, digital time travel can be possible. And second, the trap of relativity. We can avoid the trap of relativity by using AI in our daily lives. And then erosion of boundaries. AI can destroy human thinking boundaries. Okay? The distinction between human limitations and the driven like omniscience becomes increasingly blurred. Next. The third paradox may come from AI is the third being. Okay? What is the AI identity? AI is neither a living thing nor a simple inanimate object. It emerges as a collaborative partner with humans. And then in the point of social integration, we can say that the humans perceive AI as friends, housekeepers, or humanoid assistants. You are using mobile phone. Inside the mobile phone, the designer of a mobile phone already put AI into your mobile phone. And then the paradox may be by creating humanoids to exceed human limits. We blur the boundary between creator and tool. If a humanoid performs what a human cannot, it triggers a fundamental shift in our perception of intelligence. It must be the main paradox of trust in AI. For example, you see here, up to now, human intelligence to human intelligence competition for nature, just only one A. But from now on, we may be facing new trends. Three phases shift. In other words, three-phase competition system will be introduced through AI. So we have to compete for nature by human intelligence to human intelligence. In addition, human intelligence to artificial intelligence and artificial intelligence to artificial intelligence. Okay? So this kind of three-phase competition system will degrade the quality of our environment severely. Okay? It's why we should pay special attention to the paradox of trust in AI to make our sustainable world, to sustain human civilization for the next generation. Next. Yeah, and another paradox of trust in AI from public versus private sector roles. Private sector AI will prioritize identifying enemy from foe to maximize specific user interest and competitive advantage. And the public sector AI will focus on distinguishing good and evil to uphold common values and the universal common good is why global society should prepare for the standardization of AI for sustainable human civilization for the next generations. And another paradox can arise from the rise of digital anarchism. With the advent of AI, digital anarchism can appear in near future. And the next. Okay. And another paradox from bias and AI omniscience. The first processing velocity and the new God disk. Okay? AI can make humans destroy your God. It may sound strange. It's true in the near future. And then universal laws. If data is biased, the expected universality of AI decision making disappears. It's why humans should decide what to do, how to do finally. Even though AI supports humans, humans cannot decide what to do and how to do instead of humans to make human civilization sustainable for the next generations. Okay? And then we need the ethical design. We are facing ethical design conflict. We need a new ethical frame to control and manage AI for the benefits of humans. The first, stakeholder tension, and the second, value empathy, and then the last will be very important and critical, the new armament. AI can be a more powerful weapon than atomic bomb in the near future. And demanding global regulation. It's why I told you the standardization, global standardization will be needed to manage and to control AI to make our society sustainable for the next generations. And then requires a new international frame and heightened ethical consciousness for AI workers. Next. Okay. Anyway, AI cannot replace humans' intelligence in the domain of emotions. Then social capital will be more important than ever. So I define social capital as the capacity to manage human social relations. Okay? Social relations will be very, very important to cope with the AI era. Okay, let me skip this part to save the time for my sister, Nafsiah, please. Okay, next. Okay, next. Let me conclude. Okay. Yeah. Let me conclude in brief. New strategic imperative will be paid on ecosystem optimization in AI era. Entrepreneurship must evolve beyond CEO-centered leadership, becoming an orchestrator of both human and machine capabilities, in other words, AI. And the three strategic shift in leadership. Let me stress on again. From CEO-centered to AI-utilizing leadership. Second, from human intelligence to human intelligence to three-phase competition for nature. And then from labor management to capital mix. In fact, AI belongs to capital, not human labor. Okay, and next one. So, in two parts, in the domain of rationality, AI can manage the visible, hardworking realm of reason, but AI is to be limited to objectified facts analysis and inference, and AI lacks biological hormones required for genuine feeling, and AI operates as a tool for cognitive efficiency and scale, but cannot cover the emotional domain instead of humans. The most human tool should be superior to nature and AI. And human intelligence recognizes situation changes and evaluates relativity. And AI cannot. And that human intelligence assigns subjective value and meaning to outcomes, can fill the blank area where reason alone fails. The eternal law of human intelligence, let me say that like this. Humans justify their existence through emotion, while AI manages visible reason. The irreplaceable duty of human intelligence is to orchestrate these systems and fill the existential blanks with human values and empathic connectivity. Next. The key, let me say, to success in the AI era lies in literature, empathy, and filling the blank areas that AI cannot fill. Okay? Artificial reason cannot reach the blank area. The modern entrepreneurship must evolve from a model of efficiency to one of ecosystem orchestration, treating innovation like agriculture rather than industrial domain. This is why I stressed on literature and arts, social capital, human emotion. Okay, next to the end. Om Santi Santi Om. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, please give applause to Professor Sojin Kwang. Thank you very much, Professor, for your inspiring presentation. Your insight have provided us valuable insight and perspective on the AI paradox of trust in AI to sustainable world for the next generations. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce our second distinguished speaker, Professor Nafsiah Mohamed. Professor Nafsiah is a visiting professor at Chungbuk National University, Republic of Korea, as well as a research consultant at NAMI Dynamic Resources, Malaysia. She holds a PhD in accountancy from the University of Aberdeen, United Kingdom. Her research focuses on public sector governance, financial criminology, sustainability, and social enterprises. She has served as an advisor, consultant, keynote speaker, and visiting professor at numerous universities and international organizations across Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Professor Nafsiah Mohamed. Professor, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dari Kuala Lumpur ke Bandar Kuta, bandarnya indah tidak terkata. Salam kebajikan, salam ceria, salam serumpun dari Malaysia. Okay. Now, first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to Professor Ali Muktianto, Director of UTE, for inviting me to be here. Okay. Very nice place. Mr. Agus Tatang, Director of UTE Bali, Dr. Mirani, Dekan FEB UTE, Mr. Zainur, Deputy Dean FEB UTE, my colleagues who had really brightened my stay in Bali, and students of UTE here and wherever you are. Okay. Thank you very much for having me here. Now, the topic given is sustainability in action. Okay. This is the in thing now. Everyone is talking about sustainability. Okay. When I was given this topic, I was trying very hard, to make it as simple as possible. And for your information this morning, when Mr. Agus Tatang delivered his welcoming speech, he made it very simple. What is sustainability in action? He didn't say it directly, but what he said is not just discussion, make it happen. So that actually, is the gist of what sustainability in action is all about. Yeah, he made it very, very simple and yeah. Right. Professor Sojin Kwang discussed about AI, very specific about the digital transformation. Now, if you ask anyone, what is sustainability? Everyone seem to know. When you talk about sustainability in action, everyone thinks, they think that they know. Right? So I think what I would like to share today is what this sustainability in action is all about. Okay, why empowering innovation, digital transformation, and community impact relates to sustainability in action. Okay, next. Okay. I think this is, you can find this definition anywhere. Yeah. So when we say what is sustainability, it's ability to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Okay? So in other words, when we say sustainability, it involves making decisions and taking actions that balance environmental protection, social well-being, and economic development. So all these three, we need all these three so that resources, communities, and organizations can continue to thrive over long term. Okay, so when we talk about sustainability, just a brief extension of this, the traditional approach. Now, the traditional approach focus mainly on short-term growth, production, and profit. Okay, whereas when we talk about sustainability, it's more on how can we grow while protecting the environment. Okay, how can we create economic value while supporting society? How can we use resources responsibly so they remain available in the future? So these are the things that is in our head when we mention the word sustainability. Yeah, it's more on how. The main thing is how you want to do it. Okay, it's just talk. But we sustainability in action doesn't want to be NATO. No action, talk only. We do not want that. Yeah, we do not want to have just talk. So that is where the term sustainability in action comes into place. Yeah. So I'm not going to go into detail about sustainability because this is a common word there. Next. Right. So why you need to talk about sustainability? And I think everyone here knows when we say because the world faces major challenges. Okay, you want to sustain in the long run. Yeah? We are not just talking about short term, but we're talking about long term. Can you survive or not? Okay, so students, for instance, when you enroll as a student, first year, so you also got to think how are you going to sustain until you graduate? Yeah, because there are changes here. We talk about climate change and resource scarcity. We are talking about growing social expectations. We're talking about rapid technological advancement, increasing regulatory requirement, and also demand for responsible business practices. Now, because of all these challenges, okay, I'm saying challenges, yeah, because when you use the word problem, it's very difficult for us to overcome. But I like to use the word challenges because challenges can be overcome. Yeah, can be overcome in the right way, lah, in a right strategy. Okay, next. Okay, what is sustainability in action? Okay, so transforming sustainability. Okay, the word is transforming. Okay, transforming sustainability principles, goals, and commitments into world practices, projects, and measurable outcomes. Okay, so sustainability in action means taking practical steps. Okay, I like the word practical steps. It's not just any step, but it's practical. It can be achieved, it can be done today to protect the environment, improve people's lives, and create long term value for future generation. Okay, this is what we want. Okay, we are not just talking non-stop. Okay, we talk and we talk and we talk. We do not want that. So there must be action. Okay, so next. Okay, so why sustainability in action matters? Okay, as I said, the emphasis today is no longer on talking about sustainability. Enough on sustainability. United Nations came out with SDG in 2015. Yeah? Talks about sustainability development goals. Okay, there. Now it's 2026. So we do not want to talk about sustainability anymore, but we want to demonstrate sustainability through action. So commitments without action are no longer enough. Stakeholders want proof that organizations are making meaningful progress. So there must be some form of measurement, okay, on all this sustainability that we talk about. So we want to reduce waste, we want to increase efficiency and so on. We do not want it to be on paper. We want it, the organizations to do it, prove it. That is what stakeholders want to know. Okay, so next. Okay, now the topic today talks about what? What is empowering innovation? Okay, what is empowering innovation? So, what do you think? We know about innovation, yeah, we know about empowering, but when we talk about empowering innovation, what does it actually mean? Okay, so here, what I would like to share with you is that when we talk about sustainability in action, it is about turning sustainability principles, as I've said earlier, into practical solutions. Okay? And that solutions that we transform earlier create measurable positive outcomes. The word is positive outcomes for the environment, society, and the economy. Okay, and I did a lot of digging, yeah, on literatures and so on, and these are the three main elements that really helped. Okay, in sustainability in action. That is innovation, digital transformation, and community impact. And I would like to thank whoever, yeah, decided on this topic. They are really, yeah, top of the world. Yeah, meaning to say they have already discovered that this is something important that we got to do it now to explain to the world what this sustainability in action means. Okay, so these three elements, okay, they work together. Okay, they form a very good partnership. Innovation creates new solution. Okay, you innovate whatever systems, procedures, and so on. Now, digital transformation provides the tools and intelligence, provides the tools and intelligence to implement the solutions effectively, and community impact ensures that sustainability benefits people and society. So you see, very nicely placed. You have the innovation creates innovation. And then you have the digital transformation that provide the tools and intelligence to implement those solutions effectively, like what Professor So have clearly explained just now. And the community impact ensures that sustainability benefits people and society. So, very, very significant and relevant topic of the day. All right. So, we go back to what is empowering innovation. Before the slide, okay. All right, okay. So here, empowering innovation, creating an environment where people, organizations, and communities are supported to, are encouraged and supported to develop new ideas, technologies, products, and solutions that address challenges and create value. What does that mean? It means that empowering innovation give people the tools, the resources, the knowledge, the technology, and freedom to create new solutions that make the world better. Okay, it is not only about inventing something new, it is about enabling ideas to become practical solutions. As you can see, I use the word practical again, that generate positive impact. Okay, that is important. Yeah. Next. So, in the context of sustainability in action, what does that mean? Empowering innovation means what? Enabling individuals and organizations to discover better ways to protect the environment, improve social well-being, and achieve sustainable economic growth. Okay, so they come out with innovation, and then they come out with tools that will create, the innovations that they have created will become a reality, and the impact would benefit the society. So that is what we call empowering innovation. It's not just creating a technology, creating a product. That's it. And then what use of the product in the long term? Because what we are looking at is long-term effect. As you know, SDG will end in 2030. So we have less than 5 years, yeah? Sustainability development goals, where are we? Right? So these are the things should I say, to leapfrog, yeah? The implementation of all the SDG, so that we are able to achieve the SDG at least, yeah, in 2030. Okay, right. So, okay. So just giving some examples when we talk about how innovation supports sustainability in action. We can do it by developing sustainable products and services. Yeah. Where we talk about products made from recycled or degradable materials. Yeah. And then we talk about energy efficient appliances. You have electric vehicles and things like that. Yeah, we were talking about saving the energy, for the environment. And then we also can create new business models. Yeah, we can also improve operational efficiency and so on. So I mean, this is very detailed. Okay, it requires one semester lecture, to explain everything. But what I'm doing here is I want to highlight. It's like a wake up call for every one of us to really understand what is sustainability in action, because it's the in thing now. Yeah, so it gives individuals, organizations to discover better ways to protect the environment. Okay, next we talk about digital transformation. Okay, the process of using digital technologies, data, and innovation, how organizations operate, deliver value, make decisions, and respond to changing needs. Yeah. So, what is that? What are we talking about there? Okay. Because I think the word digital has come into the world long time ago. Yeah. Everyone talks about digital. But now we have digital transformation. Yeah. What is that? Yeah. So it is not simply about replacing manual processes with digital tools. Digital transformation involves rethinking business models. Okay. Now, I like the word rethinking because who thinks? It's the people. And I think Professor So just now have talked about people. You know, you talk about AI, we talk about people, you know, that people needs to think. Yeah. So you can should I say instruct AI what to do, but it's the human, the emotional within them, and they are the one who are making decisions. So you are talking about rethinking because think comes from the brain. Yeah. So digital transformation involves business model. As you can see, if you Google, yeah, or you look at any other source of references, you will notice that when you talk about digital transformation, the first thing that comes in that definition will be related to human being. Yeah, related. They don't specifically mention people, human, but from the word rethinking, you know that it is related to human being. So we are talking about rethinking business models, processes, culture, and strategies by using technology to create smarter, faster, more efficient, and more sustainable ways of working. So that is what we call digital transformation. Okay, we want it to be smarter. We want it to be more efficient. We want it to be more sustainable. Okay. And digital transformation means using digital technologies to improve performance. So when we say that more efficient, meaning to say that the performance will become better. Yeah, solve problems. So become smarter. Okay. Create new opportunities, enable organizations to operate more intelligently. You see the word intelligently. Intelligently, okay. Some may say, oh, you're talking about AI. To me, the word there refers to human being. So we cannot leave the human behind. You want to use technology to help in your studies, in your business, or in whatever ways that you want. But at the end of the day, you know, the human plays a very, very important role. Right? You can use AI. You know, you have Gemini, ChatGPT to help you with your assignment, your projects, and so on. But at the end of the day, you got to sit in your exam room and then answer it individually. So it all comes from the brain. So you got to think of that. Yeah. So that is what digital transformation. Okay, let's look at next. In the context of sustainability in action, what does it mean? Okay, it acts as an enabler. Okay, enabler that helps organizations achieve environmental, social, and economic goals. Okay, so we are talking about the environment. Okay, the planet. we are talking about social, we are talking about people, and we talk about economic goals, we talk about profits, we talk about prosperity. This is what digital transformation is all about. It helps, yeah. Digital transformation connects technology plus data available plus people, and you can see again people is there, and plus processes to accelerate, to fasten, to leapfrog sustainability development. You cannot leave people behind, okay? Even though you have AI, very, very sophisticated system and so on, but the people must be there. Okay. All right. So next, what is community impact? Okay. Refers to the positive changes, benefits, and improvements that an organization, project, or initiative creates for people, communities, and society as a whole. Yeah. So we are talking about positive changes. We are not looking about negative, but looking at positive changes, benefits, and improvements, yeah, for the better. So it focuses on how actions, decisions, and investments influence the quality of life, opportunities, well-being, and development of communities. And I can say in simple terms that community impact means creating positive and lasting improvements, because we are talking about long-term effect, long-term impact in people's life. Okay, so we have what? Support education, employment, inclusion of well-being, and environmental responsibility. So we are not just talking about the people per se as individual, but we also talk about the environment. Okay, the responsibility on their environment. Okay, so why community impact is important in sustainability in action. Next, please. Okay. Ensuring that sustainability efforts do not only benefit the environment and businesses, but also create meaningful social value for people. Okay, so we go back to the earlier part when I say about innovation. Yeah, you create innovation, and then you have the digital transformation. Yeah, to transform that innovation into something that will make things more positive, more efficient, and all this would benefit the society. Yeah, because it will create social value for people. That innovation that earlier that we created is not just we create innovation and we leave it there on the shelf. No, we do not want that anymore. In fact, in the education sector also, I mean, it used to be including myself, yeah. When we conduct research, okay, we come up with findings, yeah, and then we write reports on the findings. We present our findings here, there, everywhere in the world, yeah. But what happens to the research? It's all put on the shelf. We no longer want it that way. Yeah. So when we talk about sustainability in action, we want impact. So the research that we come up, we create the research. That is innovation. We come up with new ideas, and then from the new ideas that we come up, what? We come up with a new system. We come up with what? New process, new regulations, and so on. So all these that have been created, what we do is we want to make sure that it is what do you call that, made into reality. Yeah, made into reality, and it would give meaningful value to the people. It will benefit the people. It's not just there on the shelf. So that is what sustainability in action trying to tell the world that stop talking about sustainability. No more, no more. Everyone knows what is sustainability, but we want action. Okay, we talk about action heroes. Yeah, you know how they work. Yeah. So when you talk about transformers, I like to use the transformer. You know, I'm sure many of you see the transformer, right? So they transform. So you have few people individually, right? And then from this individual, they transform. They become one transformer, and this transformer, they what? They fight, okay, the enemies. This is what we want, right? We do not want you to work individually and become selfish. Yeah. So sustainability in action. Okay, you talk about the people because in your mind you must always think of what I do, the society got to benefit, the environment. Yeah. Okay. So sustainability in action. Right. So next, why sustainability in action is talk of the town? As I mentioned earlier, yeah, it is talk of the town. Okay, it's not just in Indonesia, it's not just in Bali, but it's all over the world. People are what do you call that? Presenting papers with the topic sustainability in actions. Yeah, because it's the in thing. Okay, so why? Because as you can see there, what I've seen is that based on studies that organizations that embed sustainability into their strategy, operations and governance are better positioned to manage risk, meet stakeholder expectations, comply with regulations, and create long-term value. It has this should I say multiplier effect or impact, that if we have these strategies and these strategies are documented, and when it is documented and then it is put into action, people trust you more. Yeah, people trust you more, and this will give you a long-term value. That is important. Now, this practical focus on measurable outcomes is why, you see the word there again? I stress practical. Yeah, practical focus on measurable outcomes is why sustainability in action has become a central topic in business, government, and society today. Yeah, and I really like to thank the organizations for choosing this topic. Yeah, meaning to say we are at par with the world. Trying to understand what sustainability in action is all about. Okay, now, over conclusion. Yeah. The topic recognizes that sustainability cannot be achieved through environmental actions alone. It requires a combination of creative innovation, advanced digital technologies, and meaningful community engagement. Again, as I mentioned to you, these three are very good partners. Okay, they form a great partnership to create, a successful organization in the future. Now, organizations that embrace this approach can reduce environmental impact, improve operational performance, strengthen communities, and build a more resilient future because they have the plan. From the plan, they have the strategy. How to implement that, how to put into action. Then they implement it. Once they have implemented, okay, maybe some are successful, some are not. So those who are successful, they improve on it. Those which are less successful, what they do find ways and means on, try to find out where did we go wrong. Okay, because everything is documented, everything is there. But if everything is just in your head, yeah, we want to do that, we want to do this, we want to do, but what do you actually want to do? Okay, it is not put into action, and this is what sustainability in action all about. So the future belongs to organizations that do not only understand sustainability but actively put sustainability into action. Meaning to say, make it happen. That is what sustainability in action all about. Okay. Last slide. Okay. The future belongs to organizations that innovate responsibly, transform digitally, and create positive impact for both society and the environment. Okay, so with that, I would like to thank everyone for being very patient listening. As again, I mentioned that my focus today is trying to highlight the importance of sustainability in action so that you understand. Then you can go back and then do further research and look at all the examples that I said. Okay? So daun selasih, daun mengkudu. Terima kasih. Thank you.
Please give applause. Thank you very much, Professor Nafsiah, for your inspiring presentation. Thank you very much. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce our third and final speaker for today's agenda, Dr. Ida Idewa Yayati Wilyadewi. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Mr.
You look
Adam.
so gorgeous today.
Thank you. You too.
Dr. Ida is a lecturer at the Universitas Hindu Indonesia with extensive expertise in sustainability, finance, accounting, entrepreneurship, and business incubation. She earned all three of her academic degrees from bachelor to doctorate from Universitas Udayana and held several leadership roles, including founder and head of the UNHI Business Incubator and a council member of the Indonesian Business Incubator Association. She is also a certified sustainability reporting assurer and certified sustainability reporting specialist, and has mentored numerous startups, MSMEs, and cooperatives through national innovation and incubation programs. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Ida Idewa Ayu Yayati Wilyadewi. Give applause.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu. Salam sejahtera, Rahayu. Well, good afternoon, Bapak Rektor and all the lead of Universitas Terbuka, distinguished professors, Professor Su and Professor Nafsiah, our respected moderator, colleagues, and all the participants of this session, the student of UT. Thank you so much. So it is a great honor to be here today to share a special perspective from Bali about beyond technology, the future sustainability of Balinese traditional villages. And I will deliver in bilingual to easier understand. Thank you. Well, to all the participants today, around the world, sustainability has become one of the most important topics in academic research, in public policy, and of course also in business practices. And we are surrounded by technological advances from artificial intelligence, as what Prof so delivered, and digital transformation to financial technology that continue to change the way we live and also the way we work. This innovation improve efficiency and created new economic opportunities. But however, the important question, can technology build a truly sustainable society? Apakah teknologi saja cukup membangun masyarakat yang benar-benar berkelanjutan? So hari ini Bapak dan Ibu, saya ingin mengajak kita semua untuk bisa melihat perspektif yang berbeda, in different perspective of traditional villages in Bali, that there are 1.500 desa adat di Bali saat ini yang mendukung dan menjadi penopang Bali, sehingga Bapak Ibu semua bisa menikmati Bali seperti sekarang ini. Jadi kalau kita bicara tentang desa adat, this is not conventional, but this is the system which is support Bali until we can see like now. Based on this, saya ingin menunjukkan bahwa komunitas itu tidak hanya bisa dibangun melalui teknologi, tetapi melalui sebuah integrasi. So before we discuss about Bali, so let us first understand the global challenge. We have to rethink the meaning of sustainability, like what Prof. Nafsiah shared before. I mean, not only, sustainability is not only about 3P concept, profit, people, planet, or economic, social, and environment, but we will be discussed in a big concept and with a big meaningful from slide to slide. Okay, next slide. Yeah, the illusion of technological determinism in development, from determinism technology to beyond technology blueprint. So beside the technology transformation, so many global challenging like perubahan iklim, ketimpangan sosial, melemahnya nilai-nilai komunitas, ini masih kerap terjadi. But in the other side, we can see holistic cultural adaptation, teknologi as a tool, melestarikan tata kelola lembaga sosial, dan untuk kepentingan daya tahan jangka panjang. Ini adalah menjadi concern dari modernisasi tekanan modernisasi sosial, termasuk juga yang dialami oleh Bali. Jadi tekanan di sosial masyarakat kita itu dimulai pada saat tekanan globalisasi, kemudian pandemik, kemudian climate exchange. Nah, dua sisi ini kemudian menjadi konsentrasi kita untuk bisa memahami bahwa jangan sampai kita terjebak di dalam salah satu ilusi saja dari teknologi determinasi dalam sebuah pembangunan. Dan kemudian kita melihat bahwa belakangan ini kita seolah-olah menerima bahwa teknologi itu merupakan solusi seperti sebuah obat mujarab yang bisa menyembuhkan secara tiba-tiba. Padahal sebenarnya kita harus memahami apa yang menjadi fundamental dari masyarakat kita. So we have to empathize to our personal as humanized pendekatan humanistik ya. Ya, next slide. Ya, new paradigma beyond technology blueprint. Di Bali tata kelola ini bukan sekedar penataan dengan 4 parafrasenya seperti itu, tetapi ini merupakan sebuah koordinasi antara berbagai pihak. Jadi kalau kita melihat di sini, paradigma baru dari beyond technology is integrated local wisdom and cultural accounting. Salah satunya adalah Trihita Karana dan Satkerti. Jadi kita memahami Trihita Karana as philosophies that cause harmony, and Satkerti is 6 principal activities of the Balinese for harmony. And then continues from that is financial innovation, because all element activities must be supported by financial. I believe you agree with this statement. There are fintech and modern LPD as a financial institution from Bali. And then collaborative leadership as orchestrator in Balinese village. And the last is financial ecosystem and green technology. So let us continue to see the first pillar of this new paradigm beyond technology blueprint. Next. As shown from this framework, the balanced relationship between God, humanity, and nature, we call it by Trihitakarana concept in Bali as a local concept of sustainability from Bali. And this concept had announced in SDGs conference in 2018 by Pak Jokowi as Indonesian President at that time. And this framework memastikan bahwa pembangunan tidak hanya mempertimbangkan pertumbuhan ekonomi semata, tetapi juga ada tanggung jawab sosial dan nilai-nilai keberlanjutan di dalamnya. So if we see the concept of Trihitakarana, there are relationship between God, humanity, and also the nature. Fondasi ini memperkuat knowledge management, yaitu bagaimana pengetahuan dan pengalaman diwariskan antar generasi, serta especially about Balinese mental accounting. Mungkin belum banyak yang mengetahui ya tentang Balinese mental accounting. Jadi mental accounting masyarakat Bali yaitu keputusan keuangan orang Bali. Orang Bali membagi keputusan keuangannya menjadi dua bagian, di mana pos keuangan itu dibagi menjadi satu untuk kesejahteraan for economic, and the other one for iatnya. There are ritual offerings, ayahan or community service, semacam pengabdian. Lalu communal reserves, dana sosial masyarakat. Hasilnya adalah konsep ini sudah teruji. Pada saat pandemik, dalam kondisi masyarakat Bali yang seperti itu, dana sosial di masyarakat inilah yang tetap memutar roda perekonomian masyarakat di desa adat di Bali. Dan sebagai hasilnya, masyarakat menjadi lebih tangguh dan siap menghadapi tantangan-tantangan. So kalau kita melihat dari sini, kombinasi pada socio-ecological resilience sebagai bentuk ketahanan, kearifan lokal bukanlah alternatif dari inovasi modern, tetapi kearifan lokal is foundation yang memungkinkan teknologi dan financial innovation menghasilkan pembangunan yang lebih bermakna untuk keberlanjutan. Next slide. In second pillar, we can see digital financial innovation as an accelerator. The second pillar of this framework, well, today digital technology has changed the way people save money, make payment, apply for loans, and run their businesses. Fintech dan layanan keuangan ini menjadi mudah diakses oleh masyarakat. Namun inovasi keuangan bukan hanya tentang menggunakan teknologi yang gampang diakses, tetapi menciptakan bagaimana kemudian financial innovation bisa menciptakan peluang yang lebih baik, meningkatkan kesejahteraan masyarakat, serta membantu usaha lokal secara lebih inklusif dan juga berkelanjutan. When financial innovation combined with local wisdom, inovasi tersebut menjadi instrumen yang kuat untuk memperkuat perekonomian. Tetapi kalau kita melihat dari dua pilar tadi, local wisdom dan juga financial innovation, this is still not enough. We also need leaders who can bring people together and run ideas into collective through action. Next slide. Yeah, the third pillar of Beyond Technology Blueprint is about wisdom management and collaborative leadership. In conventional hierarchy, we can see the management is almost like this, yeah. About a triangle of management, there are top-down management and subordinative management in there. But in wisdom management and collaborative leadership, we have to change our perspective. So ini yang kita sebut sebagai wisdom management, yaitu kemampuan keputusan yang tepat dengan menggabungkan pengetahuan, pengalaman, etika, dan pemahaman terhadap kondisi lokal, disertai kemampuan untuk mengikuti inovasi modern. And the cooperative leader in this situation posisinya adalah sebagai orkestrator ya, orkestrator dari citizen or krama, ya citizen of Balinese villages is krama. Kemudian prajuru itu adalah all the leader in the desa adat, kemudian Yuwana or young generation. Nah kemudian dalam desa adat, seorang pimpinan bekerja sama dengan seluruh komponen ini untuk bisa mengakomodir kebutuhan dari masyarakat di desa adat. So strong leadership also create a strong institution in Balinese villages in Bali. Next slide. And now we can see here the miracle of self-governance or tata kelola mandiri. So from this model, Bali is knowing handled by their own governance. Tadi saya sempat bertanya dengan seorang mahasiswa bahwa member di sini yang hadir dari Fakultas Hukum, kemudian Ekonomi dan juga Manajemen Sosial. For the regulation yang dipakai di Bali itu adalah we use hybrid or two regulation. We call Negara Mawa Tatwa regulation from our government and Desa Mawacara as a Balinese local regulation. So combination of these two regulation in hybrid session menyatakan bahwa Bali ini sebenarnya sudah memiliki tata kelola secara mandiri di 1.500 desa adat. Meskipun kita memiliki tata kelola yang kuat dan juga inovasi hijau sebagai model baru, tetapi Bali ini sesungguhnya memang sudah memiliki self-governance-nya sendiri. Ya, next slide. So from this paradox we can see that every transformation bring short-term challenges such as higher investment cost, uncertainty, and the need to adapt the new technologies and ways of working. And intervention of green economic technology, which is more humanist, terbukti menekan ya. Terbukti kalau kita lihat dari grafik U tersebut, intervensi teknologi hijau itu dapat menekan degradasi terhadap lingkungan, termasuk bagaimana LPD sebagai lembaga keuangan lokal bisa memprovide pembiayaan hijau terhadap bisnis-bisnis yang lebih produktif atau di productive sektor. Slide 10. Next. Lalu untuk menghadapi tantangan tersebut, masyarakat membutuhkan lebih dari sekedar dukungan keuangan. We have to combine science-based financial ecosystem. Next. Yeah, we have to combine science-based financial ecosystem, yaitu sebuah ekosistem keuangan berbasis ilmu pengetahuan di mana perguruan tinggi, pemerintah, lembaga keuangan, dunia usaha, dan masyarakat lokal akan merger di sini ya untuk berkolaborasi. Next slide. So in this slide we can see beyond teknologi blueprint menawarkan pendekatan yang lebih holistik. So komparasi dari technological centric approach secara konvensional, kemudian pendekatan dengan beyond teknologi, pendekatan Balinese kita bisa melihat di sini fokus utama, major fokusnya untuk di technological centric approach ada akan terjadi individual disruption. Kemudian sementara untuk di beyond teknologi kita akan melihat di sana ada socio-cultural integration dengan Trihita Karana. Kemudian secara tata kelola kelembagaan ada top down formal regulation, sementara untuk di beyond teknologi kita akan melihat self governance dengan seorang leadership yang memiliki kebajikan. Kemudian di parameter keuangan ada short term profitability, sementara untuk di beyond teknologi kita akan melihat kombinasi antara mental accounting for IAT-nya and also social activity dan impact-nya terhadap resiliensis dari masyarakat adat di Bali. Di ekologis, pendekatan ekologis kita akan melihat ada land exploitation untuk pembangunan di sana, sementara untuk di beyond teknologi kita berharap akan terjadi konsentrasi terhadap lingkungan atau dalam konsep Trihita Karana disebut dengan palemahan zoning dan green microfinance. Next. And as holistic blueprint from traditional village development sebagai cetak biru holistik untuk pembangunan desa tradisional di Bali, ini adalah roadmap ya. There is a roadmap untuk bisa mewujudkan Bayan teknologi from Bali. Next. Ya, melalui roadmap kelembagaan dan sosial ini, transformasi LPD transformation happen based on green microfinance activities. And the second one, untuk mewujudkan ini perlu dilakukan strengthening collaborative leadership. And then next. Keterlibatan dari Yuwana as a young generation as agent of digital innovation. And the fourth place is about hybrid government, not just in regulation, but also in all activities economic. Next. So we final message of this presentation, Beyond Technology, sustainable communities are ultimate built by people, share values, and also by collaboration. Jadi untuk bisa melampaui teknologi, komunitas yang berkelanjutan pada akhirnya dibangun oleh nilai-nilai manusia, nilai-nilai bersama, dan juga untuk kolaborasi. Bukan hanya di pimpinan, tetapi juga oleh segenap member dari desa adat. As conclusion, there are one message from me ya. Jadi technology is not technology is important, but it is not everything. Masa depan Bali ditentukan oleh dua hal. Yang pertama adalah teknologi will beneficiary only when local wisdom are used as foundation, and the second one is technology will be meaningful only when it combined with local wisdom, financial innovation, handling by collaborative leadership, and strong citizen. Pengalaman desa adat ini mengingatkan kita bahwa pembangunan keberlanjutan bukan hanya menciptakan sistem yang lebih cerdas, tetapi juga memperkuat kepercayaan, memberdayakan masyarakat, dan menjaga nilai-nilai yang menyatukan sebuah komunitas. And I hope Beyond Technology Blueprint can inspire new ideas, partnership, and policies that help build more resilient and sustainable communities around the world. Thank you very much. I think that's all, and I look forward for our discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Wilyadewi, for your excellent presentation and for sharing your valuable insight about the future sustainability of Balinese traditional village. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the Q&A session, question and answer session. If you would like to ask question, please raise your hand. And for online participant, use raise hand feature and type your question in the Zoom chat. Now I would like to open the floor for discussion. Does anyone have question for our distinguished speaker? Please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Okay, maybe they can help the committee. Yeah. Who is the first one? Okay, first one. Yeah. You can tell us your name, your major, or your faculty, and who you will give the question for.
Okay, good morning. Annyeonghaseyo Nika, J.E. Remen, Fandi Ibnida. Okay, my name is Fandi, you're in communications. And then, my question is for Mr. Sojin Kwang.
Prof, you must be prepared to answer the question.
Yeah, the topic is very insightful for me and very relate to what I currently doing at work. And then what concerned me that the AI usage is very excessive recently, and then I see the team of the team member that I work for using AI to replace the whole workflow. But this is actually good. But in fact, that when we talking about the customer service, because I in the current company that I work for, that my role was for the customer service, and then the information that's shared by the team, which totally using AI tools, sometimes misleading. So my question is like, what is the healthy boundaries that we need to have as human when we using the AI as a tools to help improve our working flow? And then in the other hand, that this is very concerning, that when like suddenly no internet at work, and then they cannot think at all. So this is disrupting our critical thinking. So yeah, the questions, what is the healthy boundaries that we need to have as a human, that we can divide between the AI usage and to stay relevant, but in the other hand, we keep our curiosity and our critical thinking going. I think that's for me. Manaso, Bangapsamnida, Kamsahamnida. Thank you.
Okay, give applause for the question. Okay.
Thank you very much for your nice questions. As I told you, humans act in two domains. The first can be said as the domain of rationality, and then the second may be the domain of emotions. And between two domains, there may bring about several paradoxes of trust in AI, and as you told one case in the field of paradox of trust in AI, but in general, because AI can calculate and collect and analyze and then info those complexities we are facing so rapidly instead of human intelligence. There might be some overtrust and mistrust in the case. So we should be very, very careful not to subordinate AI. And then we should check their works. And then the answer must be get from how to. Okay? So as I told you in conclusion, we should calculate our domain of emotions by concentrating on literature and arts, and by making global standardization of AI for the common good in human society to make human civilization sustainable. And then finally, we should check the result of AI's works. Okay? So overtrust or mistrust in AI will be the critical point for us not to drown in the trap of AI paradox. And then let me say one point here. We can ask and we can order AI to do something for us instead of us, okay? But finally, we must check the processing. Because human sometimes think rationally, but sometimes act emotionally. Okay? Humans are not to follow all rational domain. Okay? Even if I think it's all right, sometimes I will not accept the result or processing. Okay? So the domain of emotions will remain still in our minds, even if we are facing AI era. It's why culture, the last presenter, Dr. Wilyadewi said, what is the identity of Bali? What is the identity of humans? Will be very, very important to avoid the paradox of trust in AI. So even the economists, even the entrepreneurs in business should pay special attention on literature and arts to make their identities. That's okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you, Professor, for the very insightful answer. And then I just want to a little bit having some adding, like what you said is very important. Then in my case, basically, yeah, UI is very useful nowadays, and I think everyone using AI, Professor, yeah. And then yeah, this is sometimes disturbing when people only rely on AI, because in some case, also when we even it's having the human touch in it, because in like what in the roles that I currently doing, people can feel emotions by even they see it through screen. When we replace the answer with the AI, and sometimes that they say that okay, this is not human. This is AI answer. And then, well, in fact, we human do it. But yeah, that is being a dilemma when human typing AI. And then the other people will in modern world, that we can see that AI tool is very having a major role in our daily lives, but hopefully in the future that the AI that we use the AI wisely. Yeah, yes, sir. Then I think that the one that we need to having the implementation that the AI for sustainability, I'm sure that AI not replacing in it. So AI is supposed to be we work together with AI, and then this is why I think it's very important and very insightful. Thank you, Mr. Professor Sojian Kwang. Is very insightful from today's presentation. Thank you.
Terima kasih. And then let me add one point. Even though we are living in the era of AI, entrepreneurs and the businessmen, as well as a businesswoman, would better to pay attention on high touch industry instead of high tech industry. Culture oriented industry will be operative, more operative, can make more money than high tech industry.
Thank you. Kamsahamnida, Professor.
Thank you very much. Give applause. Okay, for the next question, raise your hand. 3, 2, 1. Who's the first? Sana. Nanti baru sini. Okay. Ya, boleh. Silakan. Your name?
Well, thank you so much for the time given to me. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Emeritus Amtasek, but my friend usually call me Ems. And I'm a student of English education, and actually, I'm still in the first semester. So, I have two questions for the first presenter, but before you guys already discuss about it, I just want to make sure that your opinion, because before you explain about reason versus emotion, so in your opinion, what is one thing AI can never replace from humans, even as technology keeps advancing? And also, the second question is, in your opinion, minimizing intellectual labor with AI as bigger risk or bigger opportunity for the future of education? So it is the only question for the first presenter. Thank you so much. And I have to give the time to answer to you.
Okay.
Is that clear enough?
Yeah, you should more louder, please, and more concise to your question. I got your question. The first is, if the technological getting more advanced in the future, what is that cannot be replaced by AI? From the student question, first question, and the second question is.
The second question is like, in your opinion, minimizing intellectual labor with AI as a bigger risk or a bigger opportunity for the future of education?
Okay. Yeah, minimizing using of labor of human in the teaching.
No, is it like minimizing intellectual with labor AI as a bigger risk or a bigger opportunity for the future education?
For the future education,
Yeah.
so at the education context. You can use your microphone. Okay.
Yeah, as I told you, human acts differently depending on domain of rationality and domain of emotions. So there should be some gap between our emotion and our rational thinking. So to avoid the paradox of trust in AI, we should learn more, and then we should try to learn more from others, and then to respond our turbulent world. It's why Dr. Wilyadewi stressed culture, Bali-oriented identity, and then Professor Nafsiah stressed on how to do with those decision making like this. So to answer you exactly will take so long time, but let me brief. Shortly. Even in the era of AI, humans ranking depending on his capabilities to absorb so much data and to identify friends from home or to identify good from evil like this. The important thing is AI will destroy our traditional or conventional thinking frame. So you must learn how to cope with those paradoxes made by AI in the new era. Okay, anyway, that's it. The second, please remind me.
Second question.
Well, the second question before was, in your opinion, minimizing intellectual labor with AI, is it as a bigger risk or a bigger opportunity for the future of education?
About minimizing manual labor, AI.
Mechanical education will disappear.
So it's
Mechanical education.
Mechanical education.
Yeah. Conventional education. Some parts will disappear.
Conventional education will disappear.
Disappear. But new method to learn from others will appear.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, it's clear. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
But I still have a question anyway. Is it okay?
Okay, for
Sorry for the second person, sir. For a second person, sir.
for second or third speaker?
Second.
Second speaker. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I still have two questions. So, before, if I'm not mistaken, the title was Why Sustainable Matters. So the question here, that I read is climate change and increasing regulations are big challenges. What are roles should universities and students play to support sustainability? So the question is, climate change and increasing regulations are big
Climate
challenges.
change. Yeah, climate change and
Climate change and increasing regulations are big challenges. What role should universities and students play to support sustainability?
yeah. So how student and universities do
Yeah,
to do
exactly.
that? Okay. From the students and universities, so what should they do?
Thank you very much. Yeah, very good question. Um, okay, first of all, we must know what is the role of a university. Because you're asking about role of students, but you got to go back. What is the role of the university? Yeah. So, as you know, not only it is all throughout the world that when we talk about creating syllabus, creating new programs, and so on, we take into account what is happening around us. Yeah. So I can't say precisely or exactly you should do this, this, this. But as a university, we have a role. So what is the role here when we talk about AI? We talk about what do you call that? Sustainability, especially when we talk about sustainability of a program study, a sustainability of students graduating from that program, and then sustainability of the university itself, whether the university is still relevant or not with AI. That is the approach that I can see. So we need to have, the management of the universities who are well aware. So as I mentioned just now, the purpose of me talking about sustainability action is is a wake up call to create this awareness that this is important. So your question talks about what is the role of the university when we talk about sustainability in action. So the university does not just sit still, yeah. So from top level, yeah, they try to create program study. They try to link, the program study with the outside world, with organizations, workplace and so on. And then we do, yeah. I think in Malaysia, where we send questionnaires, to organizations. Like for me, in the accounting perspective, we send to auditors, we send to organizations or companies that relates to accounting, and we get feedback from them, and see what are the needs, the current needs. So from there, okay, we see now, as you can see, we are talking about AI. Students are being taught. Okay, so we have what we call the one subject, accounting information system. Okay, last time we just teach student about what is accounting information system, what is all the software and so on. But time has changed, so we start to improve, and then now we have what we call classes that have what do you call that, subjects on digital technology. Part of it is what is IoT and what is AI, and so on. So the syllabus. So that is the responsibility of the faculty, to update on the current needs of the market. And at the same time, because these students, once they graduate, then they'll go, to the market, what other things. Because if you are being taught using conventional methods, just that you don't incorporate all the latest information, then your students will be left behind. Yeah, so nobody wants to employ you or recruit you. So these are the things that the role of the university, that as I know of. Okay, we ask the market, and from there we make improvements. We don't change, but we make improvements to the syllabus, to the systems. Okay, and then previously, I'm just talking from Malaysia, where students do not have to do practical training or internship. Yeah, now it is compulsory that they go for intern, and then again, when they go for internship, what are the things that they want to do? For instance, when you talk about audit, digital auditing, you look about tracking and things like that. So students in class, it is included as part of their syllabus on digital auditing. What happens, and then come the issue on fraud. When you have digital auditing, then you have fraud. So all these are incorporated in the syllabus. Yeah, so the university plays a very important role. So university doesn't just sit still. We do, ask the market what kind of employees do they want. Yeah, so we improve on that in terms of the syllabus, in terms of building what do you call a graduate that is marketable. Yeah.
So it's like the point is the student must be know like the what's that, like the role of that university itself first, isn't it?
Sorry again.
So the student, I mean, like the point is the student must be know of the role. I mean, like the role of that university itself.
No, the student do not have to know what is the role of university, because the role of the university itself is there. Okay, so meaning to say, you go to any university, right? Then you see what do they provide, and for instance, you look at, if you go to the web page, and then you see, the programs, the subjects, and so on. Or we can ask your friend. So you don't have to go to university and see, do they have this structure? Do they have this? No, because it is there. Because the university itself are advanced. They are always 1 or 2, 3 steps ahead of the students. Okay, because we don't just sit. Okay, we look at, as I said, we ask questions, we send out questionnaires to potential employers and say, what do you want? What are the things that our students is what do you call that, marketable, that you will recruit us. Okay, so you can ask any universities now. One of the subjects, it doesn't matter what program study you are in, there'll definitely be something to do with computer, something to do with what do you call that, digital issue, things like that. Okay.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Okay, move to another student who
Adam,
have question for our.
Adam,
No,
let
okay.
me add one remark
Mm-hmm.
to assistant my respected Professor Nafsiah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you know, in the United Conference held at Rio de Janeiro in Brazil in 1992, the conclusion drawn by this conference recommended to make Agenda 21. Agenda 21 means human agenda to make globe sustainable environmentally and economically. And there they recommended to make Agenda 21 on the base of governance. New terminology at that time. As Dr. Wilyadewi indicated, told already on his PPT, we should change top-down approach to bottom-up approach using by building governance system to practice what we think. So the summit conference recommended another practice method like thinking globally and act individually. Yeah. In other words, considering global environment, act individually for your benefit. Otherwise, our individual act is to destroy our environment. Our environment cannot used to be individually. Paradox. Okay? So our environment can be used for all humans. Then the propaganda, think globally, act individually. In other words, considering global environment and act individually for your benefit from that. Without your next generation, you don't deserve your life in this world. Then, how can you consider global, our common environment from the university, from your higher education? Otherwise, you can miss your surroundings and your global environment.
Thank you very much. Okay.
I am an
yeah.
assistant to respected professor.
Okay. Move to next student who have the question for our third speaker, Dr. Wilyadewi. Okay. You in the center. Your name and your major study.
Check. Am I audible?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
First of all, I'd like to thank all the three speakers for such an insightful knowledge. We learned so much about the existence of AI and also the challenge that we are facing right now, because it's not about an era we are talking about sustainable anymore, but we are more looking into an action. And the last about the example of the Bali traditional community, which is Desa Adat. So my question goes to Ibu Dr. Dewa Ayu. I learned and I understand that Bali's traditional village, which is Desa Adat, has demonstrated a very amazingly community-based sustainability through local wisdom, which is the Trihita Karana concept. But my question is, sorry, how we as the young generation, especially oh sorry, yeah, okay, sorry, sorry, a bit nervous. So how we can as a young generation, especially Balinese young generation, in preserving this local wisdom, especially in the emergence and the advancement of technology and the existence of AI, because we see that so many Balinese people, especially the young generation, is more focusing on social media and also the advancement of technology rather than trying to figure out what we can do in preserving this local community. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, Dr. Wilyadewi.
Okay, thank you for the question. Maybe I'll highlight one sentence about your question. Yeah, this maybe become a big statement for you too. Yeah, as a young generation. So please remember your identity. Yeah, I highlight that as Prof. So tell before. Yeah, remember your identity. Local wisdom is our identity. Local wisdom is not just a concept. This is a philosophy of our life to make our life strengthening from everything new comer in our life, innovation, such more innovation, whatever. Yeah, and some innovation must be doing by young generation rapidly. So please doing innovation rapidly in every sector you are in, and then choose a collaborative leader, or maybe you can be a part of that, being a collaborative leadership. Yeah, and use green technology. I know all my students maybe answer the question or some of last a scripty like that with AI. This is not wrong, yeah. But and also in business, I know that businessmen, businesswomen now use AI, make AI more intelligent, and use AI as assistant, and they go to some another places, leave the office, and their work finished by the AI. That's not wrong, but please remind one thing: you have to more important than AI. You have more intelligent than AI. Yeah, don't forget yourself. So yang memegang peradaban is human, not technology. So don't change it. Don't give our centuries to technology, but we as a people, as a human, should be handle it and use technology only as a tools. And for your question about the position maybe of the younger generation, the younger generation maybe have a big challenges, yeah, to choose between tradition and technology. Is right? Yeah. How I can be in these two terms, technology and also tradition. Tradition, yeah. In what I had delivered, you don't have to choose one of these. Either you choose tradition or you choose technology. But you should be beyond technology. How it could be? You should or we should to combine technology and also the tradition concept, which we call local wisdom, as our logical thinking as a human. I think my answer maybe answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu. I understand that we do not have to choose, but rather we combine both and try to get more beyond the technology. Yeah. Thank you so much, Ibu.
Thank you.
Okay, please give applause. I think there is still a lot of some question of students, but because of limitation of time, yeah, because of the limitation of time, one more question or enough? Satu singkat, ayo. Siang mana? Oh, boleh? Oke. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for the chance. Before that, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. My name is Recha, and I'm a student from major in development of economy and economic and business faculty. And I have a question to Professor Sojin Kwang about the AI topic because I'm actually so curious about the AI topic. From the presentation that you gave to us before, I can conclude that AI systems are fundamentally driven by human data and predefined algorithms. But how can we ensure that AI truly fosters human curiosity rather than making us intellectually passive and overly dependent on automated answer? That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay.
Very difficult.
Very difficult. Professor said the question very difficult.
But let me answer you in brief. The result of AI's analysis or inferring, if the result of AI processing doesn't become our mind, our tradition, our identity, it may be worse. So we should special attention to check those processing again. And then AI just can work following humans' input to design. Okay? So there may be so many enemies, foes around us to destroy human civilization. As you see on the screen or on the film, poster. So it's very, very, very important to build our common sense for the sustainable development for the next generations, and then human common value. Then another question can arise, what's the human common value? Good is good, evil is evil, bad is bad. So we should keep the common rule. Trust. We should participate in common projects. and we should establish our commonality for the next generations. We shouldn't harm others, and basically those minds can cultivate our common interest, our common value. So even if your major is regional economics, you should learn from artist Agus Tatang, from artist, and then you should read novels, you should write poems like this. Sorry, not to answer fully.
Okay. Thank you very much. Give applause for all speakers today. Yeah, I think because of the time, we should end this agenda today, ladies and gentlemen. As we come to the end of today International Studium General, I would like to express my gratitude to our distinguished speakers, Professor Sojin Kwang, thank you, Professor Nafsiah Mohamed, and Dr. Dewa Ayu Yayati Wilyadewi. Thank you very much for sharing your ideas, experience, and insight. A key message that we can take away today is that sustainability is not achieved through technology alone. It requires the integration of human value, responsible innovation, and collaborative action. I would like to thank to all participants, to all of students. I'm sorry, not all of you can ask question. Maybe next event or next time. Thank you very much. We hope that knowledge and inspiration from this event will encourage all of us to continue learning and collaborating and creating positive impact. Once again, thank you for everyone. Finally, I would like to return the session to our Master of Ceremony, Mrs. Sasha. Thank you very much. Om Santi Santi Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Huge thank you to our moderator, Mr. Adam Sudaryanto, SE M.B.A, for expertly steering the enlightening discussion. And a profound thank you to Professor Sojin Kwang, Professor Nafsiah Mohamed, and Dr. Dewa Ayu Yayati Wilyadewi for sharing their invaluable insights with all of us today, as well as to all participants that engaged through in our Studium Generale on Zoom and in Universitas Terbuka Denpasar. Today's discussion have taken us on a fascinating journey from understanding the rise of artificial intelligence to rethinking the sustainability and finally reflecting on how innovation should coexist with culture and community. If there is one message that we can take away from today's session, it is that the future is not built by technology alone, but by the choices we make in using it wisely and responsibly. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm and big round of applause to our distinguished keynote speakers. As a token of our deepest appreciation for their contribution to the Studium Generale 2026, we would like to present a souvenir and certificate to our distinguished keynote speakers and our moderator. May I respectfully invite Dr. Meirani Harsasi and Mr. Agus Tatang Sopandi to the front to present the tokens of appreciation. And I would also like to invite Professor Sojin Kwang, Professor Nafsiah Mohamed, and Dr. Dewa Ayu Yayati Wilyadewi, as well as Mr. Adam Sudaryanto to step forward. We will be taking some pictures on my cue. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you, Professor Sojin Kwang. Three, two, one. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Professor Nafsiah. And lastly, or not the last keynote speakers. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Thank you. And for our moderator. 3, 2, 1. And 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you. Dan selanjutnya kita ingin mengundang untuk para partisipan yang tadi mengajukan pertanyaan saat Q&A session kepada Kak Agis Vandira, lalu Kak Emeritus Amtasek, dan anak Agung Ngurah Oke Juniarte, dan yang terakhir untuk Kak Niputu Reica Angelia Putri. Mohon maaf jika ada salah penyebutan, boleh maju ke depan untuk penyerahan souvenir. Oke, kita akan mengambil foto. Bisa lebih rapat lagi mungkin? Iya, oke. 3, 2, 1. Sekali lagi mungkin lebih kelihatan gigi gitu. 3, 2, 1. Oke, terima kasih banyak untuk para partisipan. Oh, mohon maaf, mungkin kita boleh kembali ke depan lagi. Sekarang kita foto bersama Bapak Direktur, kita foto lagi. Dan juga dengan Bu Dekan. Silakan Bapak dan Ibu. We also have additional souvenir for the keynote speakers. We will as well take the picture together. All right, 3, 2, 1. More happy. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you so much to all participants and keynote speakers. Dan setelah acara ini selesai, teman-teman nanti kita bisa pergi ke bawah bersama-sama biar kita bisa foto barengan, semuanya terlihat di kamera. Jadi nanti kita kumpul di bawah dan nanti kita akan foto bareng dengan para narasumbernya. Jadi setelah acara ini jangan sampai kemana-mana dulu karena kita mau foto bareng gitu kan. Karena hari Sabtu ini teman-teman udah pada produktif semua ke kampus dan juga mendengarkan Studium Generale. Alright. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our event today. We hope the ideas shared today will inspire us to build a better and sustainable future together. A special thank you to our amazing speakers, our moderator, and of course to all of you for your time and energy today to be present here and on our Zoom meeting. On behalf of the organizing committee, we apologize for any inconvenience that you might have experienced during the event. I am Sasha, your Master of Ceremonies today. I'm signing out. Thank you so much, stay safe, and good afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Shanti 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 Om. Namo Buddhaya, greetings of virtue, peace and prosperity for all of us. Thank you everyone. Teman-teman bisa berkumpul di bawah di depan gedung karena kita akan berfoto bersama ya. Let's go.